Welcome home, guys. Today we are going to the magical land that is Disney, where dreams come true, your wallet leaves empty, and Disney adults, well, they're crying because they just saw a castle for like the 35th time. Today is not a normal day at Disney. No, because we're not looking at Disney adults today. All right, that would be too easy. Instead, we're looking at adults in Disneyland who are suffering from main character syndrome. You might be wondering why Disneyland is a perfect location for super spreading main character syndrome. You see, Disney has a history of fights breaking out, making national news, and just overall being a miserable place for some adults. But what makes someone's main character syndrome come out in a place like this? Is it the kids, the overspending, the drinks, the Disney adults? What could possibly make someone act like this lady?
Entitled Karen at Disneyland.
I fucking pay a lot of money every fucking month. I'm having a bad day and you're giving me a hard time for no reason. So you call your fucking company.
I can feel the worker trying his hardest not to laugh here. She says she pays a lot of money every single month, and because of that, she deserves special treatment, right? She's the main character. But ma'am, your first mistake was giving Disney money every single month. Obviously, social media has given us plenty of examples in the past of people just disregarding everybody around them. And we've seen some down bad main character syndrome moments, but for some reason, things get worse when Disney is involved. Let me explain. You see, there's a difference between a Disney adult and a miserable adult at Disney. A Disney adult is someone who will empty their bank account for Disney, live for Disney, and die for Disney. Usually they go multiple times a year. They're super enthusiastic about being in the same room as Goofy and Mickey, and their whole personality is based around being magical. It's freaking magic, baby. They mean serious business. No lollygagging around. So what is that? I'm getting reports that they do lollygag around Disney Park, actually. Hot take, possibly, but I respect the Disney adults, okay? Like, they seem to really enjoy Disney, and even if it's a little bit cringe, but at least they wear it on their sleeve, you know? Disneyland for life, bruh. On the other hand, though, miserable adults in Disneyland are usually only there for their kids. It might have been a surprise for one of their birthdays, or maybe they just got like a really big bonus recently and it's time for a family vacation. They might enjoy some rides, who knows? But they're definitely not super enthusiastic about being there. And if you're wondering what this has to do with main character syndrome, well, when people are irritated because they're miserable at an amusement park, the smallest inconvenience can become a bigger problem, and the main character energy really shines through whenever that happens. And what do you do when it's hot or it may rain on you? Lines are insane and you spend your paycheck before the day is even over, and you really want to take the edge off. Well, you get drunk, of course. And I'll tell you what, alcohol, miserable adults at Disney, and main character syndrome do not mix.
A bad bladder. I don't think you understand what women's bladders are all about, but I really have a bad bladder. Okay. And there's no reason for you to justify me or judge me.
I am not judging you, ma'am.
You are, sir.
No, I'm not.
Tom.
I'm not judging you.
Can
I'm
you
here
please
to
be your manager? Because it's
I am the
okay.
manager.
Somebody higher up, sir. I paid for your paycheck, sir. Everybody else is here.
Yeah, no. This would not happen with a real Disney adult, okay? A real Disney adult would have their bathroom breaks planned and ready to go. Oh boy, I got everything ready for Disneyland, from most to least important. Mickey ears, check. Disney shirt, check. Fast pass, check. Pee pouch, check. Map of all three parks' restrooms in case of pee pouch failure, check. And finally, a second map of all three parks' restrooms in case we lose the first map, of course, check. In all seriousness though, why would you ever think that peeing in a cup at Disneyland of all places is a good idea? Honestly guys, I'm not too sure if alcohol should even be allowed in a place like Disney, because on the one hand, we get drunk assholes who cause a commotion and give us entertainment, and on the other hand, the only way that you can withstand Disney is if you're plastic. Just be prepared to spend like $20 on that drink, and yes, it only gets worse. Which, funny enough, brings me to that next point. If there's one thing that going to Disneyland will do is absolutely obliterate your wallet. And there are Disney adults out there who actually go into debt just so they can go to Disneyland or Disney World. It's absolutely insane.
Were you just at Disney?
We went to Disney once in November and then we went a couple weeks ago.
Are you f***ing kidding me? Are you guys like literal creatures?
We're going twice in January.
Twice in January? What the f are you guys? What the f are you talking about? care? Do you care?
And that's even before you actually go into the park, where a hot dog can go anywhere from $5 to $16. Jesus. I can see why everyone's freaked out and stressed in these places, man. My point is that this all leads to stressful situations where money is more and more important. At least for the regular adults at Disney, not the Disney adults. They will willingly throw money to that company. And when regular people are put in stressful situations, especially when it comes to money, it's a miserable time. And sometimes they might blow a gasket. And all of a sudden, they become the main character.
Buy a ticket! We'll get ripped out by Disneyland. Buy a ticket. And all you're saying I have to, even though he has a pass, you're saying I have to buy a ticket for him. This is the way I talk.
I'm gonna keep touching on the absolute abomination that is the overconsumption in Disney. But before I do that, I feel like it's never okay to raise your voice to a customer service rep out of all people, especially in a place like Disney World or Disneyland, where you come across so many people who are either drunk, miserable, or just absolutely do not want to be there. But at the same time, when you're in a place like Disney where money is gone like in an instant, if for some reason it is true that this person got ripped off, I could see why that would be very upsetting. Because honestly, the overconsumption is insane at these parks. Packages in the hundreds of dollars, overpriced snacks, overpriced merch. So I can only imagine whenever you have a whole family.
45% of families are going into debt to go to Disney. Now listen, here's the thing. It is not a rite of passage into humanity to go to Disney World. But as parents, that's what we kind of tend to believe. It's like Disney World is like this thing you have to do. Now, is it great and is it fun? Absolutely. But save up and pay cash. Do not go financially backwards to go to Disney World, okay?
Does that excuse you from being an asshole in public? No. Definitely not. And then there's others who express their main character syndrome through social media. The next segment is about social media. You cannot go to Disney without actually proving you went to Disney, so you have to take some pictures, of course, and some other types of content, which we'll get to in a bit. But for right now, a simple picture will do. And for some, a selfie is just a selfie. But to others, a picture is a stage, okay? Where they are the main character, and simple rules don't even apply here.
It's a lifetime ban. Oh yeah, they're never coming back. She's calling security right now.
I like that the sign that says not to climb on the structure is right there, clear as day, but then she decides to climb on the structure. The sign says, do not climb, okay. Huh, guys, I have decided I am going to climb it. For the gram, of course, for the gram. I know a lot of the time these main characters do this because they're drunk, but this time I feel like it's pretty safe to say we can blame this on social media. I mean, is there any good reason to climb on these structures? No. But if there was one reason for someone to break that rule, what would it be? It would be for a social media post. Of course it would be. I think a picture in front of the castle from far away, it's enough. It's enough. No need to do all that, all right? Which brings me to my earlier point when I said that there's other types of content being filmed at Disneyland, and it's like a whole nother level of main character syndrome.
Just saw this at Disney California Adventures.
The entitlement it takes to film your spicy content in a place where it's meant for children is absolutely insane, because there was enough people around to, you know, get recorded. So it's not like that there wasn't anybody around when they were doing this. But you know what? That's not even the worst part. The worst part is that I noticed something about this model. Is that Mickey Mouse ears I see on her head? Could it be? Could it possibly be a Disney adult doing this in public? No, maybe, but I doubt it. They're too busy vlogging their Disney snack run, okay? It can't be them. Although I'm pretty sure there's some freaky Disney adults out there. Like, come on, let's be real. And it does make me think that social media is ingrained in society so much now that acts of entitlement like this are kind of a regular thing now, because every other day we're getting like a new act of main character syndrome in public. And of course, views and likes have a lot to do with why people do certain things, but sometimes lines are long, the day is hot, you're tired, you do not want to be at Disneyland, you're just miserable, and the smallest thing might trigger you, and all of a sudden you're the main character, and god damn it, I just have to really pee in this cup now. If you guys like this video and want more main character syndrome videos, first we did the gym, now we did Disneyland, what else is there? Please leave a like and comment and let me know if that's something that you would like to see. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.